Hey guys, this is Tanner with Lead Automotive. Today we're going to be changing the transmission and differential fluid on this 22 GR86. Should be a pretty easy job. Already have the AC going, so let's get it up in the air. Okay, so here's everything we're gonna need to get the job done. Pretty straightforward. We have the 10mm socket for the transmission under tray bolts, 10mm hex key for the fill and drain plug bolts in the transmission and differential, torque wrench to get them back in at spec. Here's all the fill and drain plug gaskets for the transmission and differential. I will link these in the description. Fluid transfer pump and transmission fluid, the Ford Unicorn tiers. The GR86 community strongly recommends this. And then Redline for the diff. So let's get after it. All right, we're back. So first thing is remove these 8 under tray bolts so we can get to the transmission, drain and fill plugs. They are each 10mm, shouldn't be too bad. We'll take these off now. This is under the under tray. Oh no. All right. Ah, so it was 10 bolts. It was 8, and then there were 2 in the front that went under the skid plate. So, under tray off of the transmission, on to the next step. All right, so this is the transmission fill plug. Here's the drain plug. Good rule of thumb is to always remove the fill plug first, just in case you have any issues getting the drain plug off. You can just put the fill plug back in and still have oil and not need a tow or anything. All right, so let's go ahead and get the fill plug crack loose. And then, there we go. So that's fine. Next, we will crack the drain plug and try not to get any gear oil on the camera because that stuff is nasty. Break it loose. There we go. All right, second, get some paper towels just in case. These don't make a mess. It's gonna make a mess. All right, and there we go. Actually, not too bad. We pull the fill plug out too, so we're not getting oil everywhere. Oh boy, yep, that's what I was worried about. Seems to happen every time. All right, cool. So we're gonna let it drain now, and we will come back to this. Okay, we're back. Fluid's done draining. I cleaned off the drain and fill plugs and installed new washers on each. You can tell the difference because the drain plug is magnetic, fill plug is not. There's a bunch of crap on there. Make sure to clean it off. So we're gonna go ahead and put everything back in. Torque spec is 27.3 foot-pounds for each. So put the drain plug in, fill it with fluid, install the fill plug, good to go. All right, it's time to get the drain plug back in. Let's clean off the mating surface. Install the drain plug. We're going to torque it to 27.3 foot-pounds per the factory service manual. So it's got a new gasket. Good, it's seated. Let's go ahead and get this torqued. Torque wrench already set. Nice smooth swing. Little click, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's good. Okay, now for the fun part, we have the fluid transfer pump installed on the gear oil. Going to insert into the fill port and just fill it until it starts coming out of the hole up here. So it's gonna take a while. Just fast forward through it. Put the second cord in now. All right, so this is the third quart. It should be full pretty soon. I have to look at the exact spec, but basically you just fill it until it starts coming out of the fill port. Then you wipe it off, put the fill plug in, and you're good. So let's finish this up. All right, cool. So see that? See how it's overflowing now, right up here? Now it's good. So I'm gonna let the excess drain down, and once it stops pouring out, we'll put the fill plug in. All right, so now we're gonna wipe off the excess gear oil, install the fill plug, torque it to spec, we'll be good to go. Same as the drain plug, 27.3 foot-pounds. Smooth swing on the wrench. There you go. All right, that's done. Okay, so now we'll get this transmission, skid plate, drip tray, whatever, reinstalled, and it'll be all done. All right. This little tab here that has to key in, it's gonna be kind of a pain, but we'll get it figured out. There we go. Close enough. That looks like all the holes are lined up. I'll start on my hand, and I'll probably finish with this DeWalt to make it a little easier. There we go. Actually, no. Didn't have the right extension, so we're gonna use this 1/4 inch ratchet. All right, transmission fluid is done. We're gonna move to the differential. So now we're gonna do the same thing in the rear differential. We're gonna crack the fill plug loose, drain the fluid out, reinstall the drain plug with a new gasket and cleaned, fill fluid, and then install a new fill plug and torque to spec. So we'll start with cracking the fill plug. A little tighter than the transmission. There we go. So that's loose. Now we can pop out the drain plug. There we go. All right, we'll set this here and try not to spill anything. Come on, there we go. All right, we'll pop this loose so it flows a little better. And there we go. Cool. Let that drain out. Should be good to go. All right, while the fluid's draining, we'll take a look at the drain plug. It is disgusting. I don't know if this has ever been changed before, but like, I'm glad I'm taking a look at it now. So I'll clean this brake cleaner, put it back in. The drain plug in the diff is also magnetic. The fluid is done draining. Drain plug is cleaned off, new gasket installed. We're gonna wipe the mating surface off, install the drain plug, and torque to 36.1 foot-pounds per the factory service manual. There we go. The wrench right here. It's already set. Double check. Good. Okay. Nice smooth swing. And just waiting for the click. This is a crush washer, so it's going to act a little different than the flat washers when torquing. Almost there. It gave a little bit. There we go. There's the click. That's why a smooth sweep is really important, especially with crush washers, because you can deform it and then not get a good seal. So that's installed. Now we're gonna fill with fluid and do the same thing. All right, let's get it. So same thing here, we're just gonna wanna fill until it starts coming out of the fill port, and then we let the excess drain and cap it off. And there we go. Okay, so fill plug has been cleaned with a new crush washer. Wipe off the mating surface here, the case, and then we will install the fill plug, torque to spec, and be good to go. Okay, and once again, the torque spec is the same for the drain and fill. 36.1 foot-pounds, wrench is already set. We're gonna do a smooth swing on this. Oops. Getting there. Almost. There we go. All right, and it's good. All right, that's it for today. Pretty easy job. A little bit tedious, but whatever. A few quick notes. Factory recommends inspecting the transmission fluid every 30,000 miles and differential fluid every 15,000 miles, but conventionally just replace every 15,000 miles on both, especially under severe conditions like tracking, spirited back roads, whatever. Yeah, that's all I got for today. I work on a lot of stuff from like routine maintenance to engine rebuilds, whatever, modifications. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around. It'll be fun.